Let me know when. Oh, you'll do the introductions.
We're about to be live right now, actually, because we're live.
Oh, we are? Okay,
Because
do the
we're
introductions.
live.
She's cleaning herself. Look at that.
Because we're absolutely live. I fucked up the audio a little bit there, but it is what it is. It's a sloppy start, but we're gonna have a good show. There's some technical difficulties.
Well,
I couldn't connect.
Yes.
Yes, we are live. No, we're not live. Okay. I got everything set up. We're live. This is another episode of the Game Drain. There's a lot to talk about this week, and so we're gonna get into the intros. We're gonna do them nice and quick, get them out of the way. Mike, what have you been playing? What have you been up to?
Honestly, nothing much. I've been playing a lot of the Outer Worlds. I recently have gotten into that Spacer Choice Edition. I got it for like $11. That Humble Bundle deal thing they do. It's a fantastic game. I adore it so far. My PC killed itself for a few days. It's all good now. It's working. I'm back in business. The RAM decided to kill itself, but we're all good. I'm back to gaming. I'm playing Doom Eternal again, and that's all you got to know. All right, there we go.
It's fantastic.
You wouldn't have any of those issues if you played on console.
I would
Anyways,
probably.
Okay,
How about
anyway,
your
so
Target
what I've been
Jaguar?
doing...
Oh, Blind says we're frozen. What the hell? Are we frozen?
What now?
Yeah.
I'm not frozen. It's pretty hot in here. It's fucking...
Oh my god.
Twan, I'm gonna hurt you, bud.
There you go, Twan.
Sorry?
We're frozen.
We are actually frozen. I don't get this.
Oh shit.
Oh, I think I
Oh.
get it.
One
I think I
moment.
get it.
Oh.
It's all
Yeah,
good. Thank you,
Blind
Blind Jack.
Give that,
Thank you, Blind Jack.
give
Yeah.
that kitty a good spanking.
All right.
Stop talking, please.
All right. Twan, what have you been playing?
Well, so we're not frozen anymore?
No, we're not frozen. It was
Good.
on my end. We're not frozen.
Awesome.
Twan,
Okay,
what have you been
anyways,
playing, bud?
I've been playing a few things. I've been playing this game. It's called Raincoat. It's on the Switch. It's like a detective game where you just go around. There's like a murder you gotta solve, and it's like very anime in the way where it's like they're very exaggerated the cases, so it's entertaining in that kind of way. And then other than that, I've also been going back and playing Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled, and man, I don't know why I ever stopped playing that game. That game is a masterpiece. Like
It is.
But yeah, fuck. So yeah, I've been playing that for since last night, and I was even playing all day today. I was just doing races, and man, that fucking pit stop though, easily. Fuck man, they had everything so perfect, and then they had to have that pit stop. Just fucking
Yeah.
just fucking fix everything.
Yeah.
That's what it is though. But Activision had to put something in there to remind us.
I mean, who
why we
fucking
hate
likes
them.
Activision?
but-
Not me.
Right.
Nobody.
It's gonna be a very
They
short
make
show
this.
today.
They make this good ass game, and they got just thrown. Yeah. But yeah, let's get. Anyways, let's get this moving. Ham, you do something. You talk now.
Yeah.
You do something.
Go
You
ahead,
already
Ham.
started late.
I don't
now.
want to talk. I
You
didn't
started
come
late
here to
enough.
talk.
That's too bad, Ham. That's way too fucking bad. You need to
Yo,
go
it's
ahead and
fucking
tell us what
cat.
you've been playing.
Right now I'm playing City Skylines, and still addicted to that game.
I don't.
Also been rocking out with. Oh my god! How am I supposed to talk over that? That's insane. Max Payne 3.
Dude, put your fucking cat
been playing a
down,
little
Swan.
bit.
What are you doing? Put the fucking cat
This
away.
man's insane. This man is
Oh,
insane. Azura's Wrath, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Exo Primal, which just came out. I think that's really about it. I was messing around with Halo a little bit and playing some Monopoly Plus with my wife and kid. That's
Nice.
That's about it. Been
Nice.
bouncing all over the
Nice.
place, bud. I did take my PS5 over to my buddy's house today, and I let him play Hogwarts Legacy,
How much did you
and
all cost?
Callisto Protocol. What?
How much did the U-Haul cost? to get.
Oh my god, damn, disrespectful. There's gonna be no love for Sony today, I guess.
There's
All right.
not a lot to go around, honestly.
All right. Well, yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, he played, and I just wanted to bring up this like little interesting piece I thought was kind of nuts. I was like, yo, all right, so there's performance mode and there's quality mode. Performance mode will make things feel smoother when you're moving the screen faster, and the other one will just be high resolution and it'll be 4K, which if your TV has 4K, you could do that. And he's like, all right, and he chose 4K. And I was like, all right, that's great. I was like, that's cool.
That's unfortunate.
So
yeah,
there you have it. Like that was just a regular dude. I was asking.
Yep. 4K.
How about
4K
that?
got him excited, got him stimulated.
Blind, how do you know I'm playing a game?
Because that's guaranteed.
Yeah,
Whiskey asks, is it possible to get Black Ops to look this good on the Wii? No, it's not. It's not possible.
Wii?
Black Ops was on the Wii?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was actually not that bad.
Yeah, everything that generation was on the Wii. It was only...
I think Modern Warfare 3 was the last one. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 I'm pretty sure was the last. Modern Warfare 3 was the last game that was on the Wii.
Oh,
and then
Black Ops 2 wasn't.
Down, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, put your cat away,
Black Ops 2.
Your cat's going nuts.
Like, what the hell's wrong with that poor thing? Leave it alone.
Fucking cat away. Your cat's going nuts.
Oh my god.
Blind Giant is having a blast because his cats know better.
Oh, Blind's cat's
that was the
just
longest I
as
held
loud.
it for, I think. But anyway,
Blind's cat. Damn. Twan,
all right.
Feel proud that that you give your cat so much freedom of speech.
Right.
Oh my
God, right.
She talks a lot. Yeah.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she definitely does. Your cat definitely talks a lot.
All right. What were we even talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Well, we're in the intros, but we're about to get the show started. As for myself, I mean, you can see it in the footage today. It's all Call of Duty. It's going to be on a loop. That's really all I've been playing. As soon as they announced that the servers were fixed, which we'll be talking about later in the show, I've been on nothing but that. So that's what I've been playing. But we can actually get into the show now. And before the show started, there was actually some news that dropped. I mean, there's obviously the big stuff we're going to talk about. This is also pretty big news. And that is the fact that Xbox Live Gold will transition to Xbox Game Pass Core on September 1st. It includes online multiplayer and various benefits. It's the same price as Xbox Live Gold. Existing Xbox Live Gold subscribers will convert to Core. It includes 25 Game Pass titles, and the Games with Gold offers will end. Ham, you said you looked at these oh my goodness, here they are. Let me see this. So, the 25 Game Pass games available in the Core service. Among Us, Descenders, Dishonored 2, banger, Doom Eternal, banger, Fable Anniversary, bang. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Ham, I honestly almost believed you earlier when you said that it was a list of shit games. I'm glad I looked at this list myself. Yeah, I'm glad I looked at this list myself.
It's not a list of great games. That was
just a pony and him. That was a pony.
It's not. No. I'm dead serious. No. Hear me out.
Okay.
It's not. And you know why?
Why?
Because for $1 more, you can play Starfield.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I'm not going to pay $1 less and have just that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think they should just get rid of that.
So, in my opinion, that list stinks.
I'd say that deal stinks.
I mean,
no,
what would have to be in that
stinks.
What would have to be in that list to make it worth it for you?
Starfield.
Yeah. What would have to be in that list is just...
That's it?
Yeah, just pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's the price. Really, it's the price.
Yeah.
At the end of at the end of the day for the whole thing, because it's just like, dude, who's really gonna pay $1 less? I mean, it's just like saying, do you want a slice of pizza for $8, or do you want to buy a whole pizza for $9.50?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? What are you talking about? Like, what? Why the heck would I do that? Like paying just the tax on the $8 pizza. I'm almost to the whole pizza.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
So because I mean, you go ahead. Go ahead.
So because what I was gonna say is like, even when it was just Xbox Live Gold, and then you could pay a little extra and you get Game Pass. That's the reason why I have Game Pass, because I was like, why not spend the extra $4 and get Game Pass, right? That was because I was gonna get Gold regardless. So, and if it's only $1, so it's even more of a no-brainer, It's just,
I'd say I get what Ham's saying there. Like, I think this is a bad deal. I think the deal doesn't make any sense when you could spend $1 more and just have Game Pass in general. But games are good. Also, it says here this list is going to grow in the coming months, whatever that means. I mean, whatever else they plan on adding to that. I wonder if
the games are great. It's just the fact it costs $10. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I feel like it makes no sense to me. It's just not. I don't know. It's just like, I understand because Game Pass, like, and it's so dumb, right? Because Game Pass Core, you get Xbox Live Gold. You get to play online and you get a few games. Basic Game Pass, you get all the first party yada yada, but you don't have online. Like, it's so dumb. It's dumb. I just think it's dumb.
I wonder if their plan with this is to do like how PS Plus does and add their first party games months after release. Which again, still makes it a bad deal because just spend an extra $1.
$1, yeah.
In my $1 in my opinion, I think this whole core thing should be like $5.99, and it should just be a ton of like indie titles.
Sure.
Yeah.
They should also get rid of the paywall.
That's what I think. That's what I think it should be. I think it should be like $6, and it should include like a ton of indie titles, and maybe a few of these online, like big multiplayer ones, like Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, and like maybe one of the Halos, like Halo 5. But like, well, I mean, it's the online's still really good for that game. So,
are the people still playing? Probably.
Yeah, people still play.
And I'd say even Gears 5 as well, just because they had that on Game Pass for Games with Gold game.
Oh yeah.
And I think that'd be a good kind of reel in. But man, I just for what does it say? $9.99, right? $9.99?
Yes, is what it looks like. Core's $9.99 a month.
Yeah, this list stinks for that. This list stinks for that. It absolutely sucks. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think this is a bad deal, and I wouldn't recommend this deal to anybody.
No, not for that price.
I even find hard, like, the even basic Game Pass. I mean, unless you don't ever play online, but like, I don't know, dude. Like, I wish they just dropped the fucking paywall requirement.
That's the thing.
Drop it,
and that's why they're trying to make this work.
Play, man.
Because Core includes online console multiplayer. Console Game Pass does not. So I'm assuming that's their reasoning for this. Is saying you pay $9.99 a month for some games from Game Pass, online multiplayer, or you pay $16.99 a month for all the games from Game Pass, online multiplayer, and you get the whole thing. Whereas with console, you're not getting online. You're not getting online play. So they need to get rid of the online paywall. That's just a dumb thing that doesn't need to exist anymore.
Yeah, could you
both-
imagine if they just had Game Pass as the one subscription? That's it. Like that'd actually be really good because I feel like that they could still function with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it'd be very appealing for people that especially just play Call of Duty. Be like, oh, I don't have to pay for this PlayStation Plus. I can just go to Xbox and have free online. And then eventually they might get suckered in the Game Pass as well. You know, if they see Call of Duty is free with Game Pass. You know, so I feel like it'd work out. Honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
So-
yeah, that's this whole Xbox Live Gold just being discontinued. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, thank goodness that's dead. Because
Yeah,
I mean, that didn't
Games
need
with
to
Gold
be-
was embarrassing.
It was
yeah,
bad.
that
So
was
bad.
bad. What they need to do was fix the price of this, but like honestly, me personally, good riddance to Games with Gold. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the last 3-4 years, it was not necessary. It absolutely was not necessary. There's no reason those games couldn't just go into Game Pass and just
Like the moment
get rid of the Games with Gold.
The moment they got rid of the 360, the moment they got rid of the 360 games, it was just hilarious how bad it was.
Yeah, it was just consistently
360 games
awful
probably.
every month.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean that's that. But we've obviously got the bigger news to get to. We're gonna start with the news that happened earlier in the week, which was FTC losing to Microsoft in court for the ABK merger. Now, obviously, the FTC appealed after this. I mean,
They lost that too.
yeah, they lost that too eventually.
No,
but,
wait, hold up. Wait, I want to say real quick. Not only did they lose it in the Ninth Circuit, they also lost it to Judge Corley again. They
Yeah.
asked her, could they lost like 3 times when you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
They're not. I mean, it's kind of what happens when you fucking, I don't know, lie your ass out in court. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just don't have a case, you know?
It's just, all right. Yeah, sorry. You continue though, Matt.
No, I was gonna say because like I saw a lot of people. I mean, myself, I kind of just I'm always of the stance that the appeal was going to be denied, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they approved it. I wouldn't have been surprised. Same with the whole ruling in general. I thought it was going to be approved, or the preliminary injunction would be denied, but I wouldn't be surprised if they approved it because it's the government, and you know, government can be stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
But as of now, Microsoft is free to close the deal as early as tomorrow. It's not known if they'll do that. They still have a few things to work out with the CMA and the CAT and everything. There's also some speculation that with that could come the divestiture of xCloud in the UK. And I mean, I want to throw it to you guys because there's a lot there to discuss. I mean, from the appeal to that being denied, when do you guys think the deal will actually close? Do you think they'll push it through tomorrow just to get it done with? Especially with the news that we'll be talking about with this as well, Microsoft and PlayStation agreeing on a deal for Call of Duty. So I'm gonna pass that off. Mike, you're up first, bud. What do you think? What do you think happened? Like, how quickly do you think that we see this deal pass?
I mean, I'm hoping it gets over with quickly, but I would not be surprised if, since this basically, there is no other way than that this is not going to go through at this point. And I guess touch wood. There's just no, literally every single country, and the ones that had so they don't agree with it, they can't say anything anymore because they waited too late.
Yeah,
for some
Canada,
reason,
for example.
Yeah, they for some reason were like, oh, we're gonna trick her into, because we don't think it's okay. It's like, no, you just were too fucking lazy to do anything on your own because you didn't want to deal with it. So congrats. Which is just politics for you. But I really would not be surprised if they're gonna try to play with the CMA just a bit longer to see if they want to ease this over on quote unquote their terms for any future acquisition to go through easier, just because of the fact they're showing that they're willing to play ball with them. However, I don't think they will play nearly anywhere as long as they have been for the last year and a half, or 2 years, or however long it's been. I have no idea, dude. I feel like this has been going on my entire life at this fucking point. But like, I really don't know. I've heard so many good counterpoints to both that it's like, I don't know. I know that this deal is practically done at this point, unless Microsoft does something like obscenely stupid, which, I mean, if they did, that's fucking good, then the deal deserves to stop. But like, there's no reason it's going to now. Like there's
Like,
no
sorry guys, call this exclusive. He's like,
yeah, exactly. It's like yeah, exactly right. Like yeah, it is exclusive, and we're not doing cloud deals anymore. We're not, shit like that.
They're just like psych. It's the
yeah, psych. Exactly. It's like to me the deal is already done. It's just when are they going to put the ink on the paper? But like you're right. Like I don't know if it's going to be Monday, and I don't know how all this lawyer bullshit works well enough to be like, yeah, I'll just close around a UK or close over them and then deal with it. Yeah, the CMA very might as well say, yeah, close the deal, but we're still going to have you under investigation and you have to work with us. That's very much a possibility too, from at least what I've seen and understand. And once again, I'm not a lawyer, but the answer to your question, Matt, is I have no fucking idea.
You got to pick, Mike. You think it's going through tomorrow?
I don't know.
Well, definitely not gonna, honestly, I don't think it's gonna go through tomorrow.
No.
Twan doesn't think it will. So you say no, Mike.
No.
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 It was not.
Yes.
What are you saying, Mike? You gotta pick one. Can't be on the fence, Mike. You gotta pick one, bud. That's too bad,
don't
Mike.
do that because I don't have any knowledge on this shit.
I don't have any knowledge on it either, bud. That's what's
but you
fun.
talk a lot of your ass. All right, fine. Yeah, it's not going through. How about that?
Okay, it's not going through. Twan says it's not going through tomorrow. Mike says it's not going through tomorrow. Ham. What do you think? Do you think it goes through tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's fucking go. Now explain yourself, Ham. But let's go.
I think that the writing's on the wall.
All right.
Well, it's gonna go through eventually.
Sony.
It's gonna be tomorrow.
Well,
but I think you're right. No, I know what you're about to say, Ham. I actually get what you're saying. Now.
Yeah.
Go on.
I think the writing's on the wall already. Sony's already bent the knee on it. Like, why would the CMA just be like, you know what? Like, let's just continue to spend our money on it when we're literally the last ones out here frustrated about anything. I think the CMA already brought enough attention upon themselves that they want to kind of
move on,
leave this deal in a positive light and just say we got something instead of nothing. So I think they're gonna say something silly or minuscule. Xbox is just gonna be like, sure. It'll be over.
Yeah,
you're completely right because I literally already forgot about the Call of Duty deal today. I've already forgotten about that,
and
I've already
forgotten. Talking about that like 5 minutes ago.
I already forgot though. Like I'm not kidding you. I've already forgot.
Yeah,
because that's a good point, and it's like unless CMA really wants to try to die on this hill of our cloud concerns. Are they really going to try and die on that hill? Do they really have cloud concerns? Let's be honest here. Do they really, especially in the UK? All right.
No,
we know their internet infrastructure.
Yeah,
they're not
has cloud concerns.
It's like it's absolutely. Yeah, fuck. God damn it. Now I'm.
Like, even
I gotta really think because.
Like even the video went out of the way saying like, "Oh yeah, guys, this is good." You know, like I think it was like shortly after the CMA blocked even the video was like, "Yeah, this is like." We're totally cool with it, you know.
Yeah,
and that was like probably their main competitor, if anything. Like
Nvidia's the only. I mean, there's a bunch of studios. There's a bunch of people they signed that deal with, but Nvidia is really the only big competitor,
like big one, like one that actually has like a chance. Like
to them. You know. So like, I feel like if your main competitor is saying this is awesome. Then there's really no concerns to be had about this.
Yeah.
Especially when they're playing ball the way they're playing ball. But yeah, Ham, I'm glad you brought that up because my answer is that this goes through tomorrow.
I hope so.
As soon as they possibly can, as soon as everyone wakes up in the morning, I feel like we will have the news that
we're gonna wake up, deal blocked.
Yeah, right. Microsoft just walked away from it.
Microsoft walks away. Xbox
blocked
division
by
is
the
dead.
Cat Tribunal.
Yeah, exactly.
Will Spencer sells Xbox division.
Tencent. Oh my god.
But I think it's going through pretty easy.
Yeah, you know,
I'm divest.
Was that
Nios? I'm going back to Nios.
I'm saying yes. This definitely is done tomorrow.
God,
And
yeah,
I could totally be wrong about that, and I'm totally fine with that. But I think it's done tomorrow for the exact reason that Ham brought up. The whole thing with the CMA and the FTC seemed to be them defending PlayStation as much as they're supposed to be for the consumers and everything. They seem to be very concerned about just PlayStation. I think as soon as PlayStation signed that deal and started to play ball, I think all of that goes out the window. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think the CMA really has cloud concerns. I think as soon as that deal was signed by PlayStation, I
It's
think
over.
CMA could care
Yeah.
less. CMA could really care less at this point. Maybe they'll do something. They'll Microsoft will throw them a bone, like make them look good and everything. But I think this goes through tomorrow. I think we're done with it tomorrow.
let's go.
But who really knows? We're gonna find out in less than 24 hours. In fact, less
So
than
do you
like
think
15 hours. What's up?
So do you think the CMA actually blocking the deal for cloud concerns? Do you think that all along was actually PlayStation? And that was just an excuse saying it was for cloud?
It's I don't want to say that, but at the same time, you listen to all their arguments, like genuinely, you listen to all their arguments. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's genuinely what it sounds like, and that's what it sounded like with the FTC.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
FTC can be more than the
FTC was
CMA.
definitely PlayStation.
Sure.
With
Like
FTC.
the
Didn't they bring
FTC,
up-
like for me,
Sorry.
they're both in my opinion, it's a combination of ideologically. I can't fucking speak.
Ideologically.
Thank you. I hate words, dude. It's too hard for me. I'm an X-bot. I'm not supposed to think. Anyways, I think it was definitely driven by both of that, but I feel like more so like they're both. But the FTC and the CMA, their talking points were like they smelled. I'm gonna say that much. They definitely
they were
smelled
bad.
fishy. They definitely smelled very influenced, and the reason is, you want to know why? And I think it's a little bit less, saucy than fucking, they're like PlayStation fanboys or they're getting mass money from PlayStation. I think it's because PlayStation was probably providing them with the most quote unquote data
Yes.
to get that deal canceled, and they're just like, oh well, we got all these, like, oh my god, look at poor Sony, they're not going to be able to look. I mean, look at this. I mean, if you look at this chart, it's because Sony themselves are giving them all this, and understandably, let's be real here, but it's still at the same time, it's their job to, I don't know, not sound like the average Twitter fanboy. But like, I don't know, dude. The whole way this went about was very much no one wanting to be wrong. The FTC never wanted to admit they were wrong. The CMA didn't want to admit they were wrong. And I think you guys remember the whole that weird pre-trial. Was it in late June with the cat and the CMA and Microsoft? Do you remember that? There's like
Honestly,
that weird
Mike,
little.
I do not know. It all kind of blends together.
Honestly, yeah. There's like a little pre-trial.
CMA, what about it?
No, they're having like a little kind of like a pre-trial, kind of explaining how that whole process is gonna go. And like the CMA lawyer was like stuttering, he was stammering over every single word. He was just kind of getting dumped on by the Microsoft lawyers. And it just kind of feels like they were so underprepared for absolutely like this whole ordeal, both the FTC and the CMA. And they've had so long to get ready for this. They were really just expecting Microsoft to walk away. Like, they were so expecting them, but we said no. There's going to be no way you're going to want to fight us on this, and they did. And they were like, "Oh my fucking god, they're fighting us on this," and
they got it handed to them.
And that's how we get. You need a Windows key to be able to stream games, and that's how you get things like, what if there's an exclusive skin on Xbox and not on PlayStation when that's already happening, because they don't know what they're fucking talking about. And they never did, and they never really had a real interest in it. They just wanted to be right, and that's why they lost.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said what you said, because that's one thing I think I've seen a lot of people say, where it's just like they're using fanboy arguments. I don't think anyone at the FTC or the CMA really give a shit about consoles. Let alone
they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, let alone are fanboys of consoles and console manufacturers. They just like Sony wanted the deal blocked, so they were in their ear with this shit. And because they were in their ear with this shit, they're like, "Oh, well, this is all the stuff we're hearing. This must be true. This must be very, very bad." And so they went ahead and they went to court with Microsoft, and in both cases, they got kind of shit on. Yeah. They just kind of ran circles around them. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that point up, Mike. Ham, were you about to say something, bud?
Yeah, no, I was. Oh man, yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I forgot.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Damn it. Just looking
Don't
forward
worry
to
about
it.
Oh no, it's okay. Dang, it just had something to do with what you were just talking about. I honestly already forgot what we were just talking about. Jeez,
We're talking about Xbox.
getting everything.
The FTC and the CMA not being fanboys, just being misinformed.
Yeah.
Was
Oh
really...
yeah, okay, yeah. So
Yeah, that woke up.
so
Saying
a
fanboys. It's like,
very
oh, yeah.
specific thing. Well, there's something specific to be said.
Mhm.
Like, keep in mind there were Democrats or Democratic, activists and stuff like that on Twitter saying, "Good job, Lena Khan, for standing up for consumers." They clearly had no idea what they were talking.
Nope, none.
They clearly had no idea because it's just like, what consumer are you talking about? Because
Yeah.
I've yet to see a true like consumer or consumer issue in any of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just kind of weird because not only could like us or like it's just like whether you want to say it, you use it or not, but like fanboys can't even create a good art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All they can say consolidation.
And they're here every day. That's what I'm saying, is they're here every day and they can't figure out a good argument.
Mm-hmm.
They see what they see what that happened in court, and we see what happened in court, and we're just like, goodness gracious. The judge is listening to Sarah Bond talk about Game Pass, and she's like getting sold onto Game Pass. Keep in mind, the judge is not only looking at it from a judge's standpoint, but when she clocks out, when she puts her robe away, puts the gavel back into whatever, drawer that it goes into or whatnot, she is then a consumer.
Yep.
Yes.
At that, she checked into consumer. And if she's hearing that stuff and she's like, I'm not even a gamer, and that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Like then you got to like start to kind of think like, what the hell? Like, what is really even going on here? And how much do these people within our government even know what they're talking about? And it's clear they don't know what they're talking about at all, and they're just going based off of the
blue.
fear of another company having
company
to compete.
Yeah.
Because a company that makes hand and foot more than they do wants to come into the ring versus them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't do that. That's just like stopping somebody from being able to go to a 1A college or go into the NBA because it's like, oh, you made too much money. You went to too many great camps. You went to too many, like your team, your high school was on ESPN. That's not fair. We gotta take we gotta take on the people that are more impoverished first, and then we'll get back to you. Like that's just the argument that they were trying to use, and it doesn't hold any water, at all. Especially when the person that's so impoverished has been bullying you since you've been in the business.
Yeah.
It holds no water.
It's silly. I'm glad you brought up the politicians and stuff. I mean, I think the big one that stands out to everybody was Elizabeth Warren doing exactly what you said, thanking Lena Khan for standing up for consumers, and then you're just like, did you listen to that? Did you listen to any of that?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what made you thought, or what she said that made you think she's got consumers' interest at heart. because there was nothing there. Well, it's just I mean, I think what are you gonna say here, Mike? Because I think I know what you're saying.
I mean, who do I want to go?
Well, I mean, you can totally go there.
I'm gonna say that who put Lena Khan in her position?
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
And
like,
what party put that person there?
Yeah,
I'm like this. That's the thing right now, and I'm not gonna go deep into this right now. The reason why we're seeing so many blue support Lena and everything she's doing, and so many red right now. And I'm not saying there's. Oh my god, I'm trying not to say something that makes someone want to cut my head off. But right now, it's literally just politics and like putting on a show of constantly supporting your own team. Do you think fucking not you, Matt? I'm not saying this to you. Elizabeth Warren doesn't really exactly give a fuck about this. She's always had this kind of like giant like anti-corporation stance and supporting the home team of her fucking party. And like the Republicans, they would love to take Lena down a step or two because who appointed her? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lena obviously is not doing her job very well. I mean, just look at her track record. I mean, that's not even a red versus blue thing. That's just looking at the fucking facts. But I don't know these politicians, and that's why you're saying all these Twitter accounts when they're all like, "Oh, Lena's doing so great." I just take a second to scroll through their feed, and I already know why they're tweeting in the way they are because it's just politics. It's very much like a politician will do something dumb and awful, and you go to someone's Twitter account and they're saying how fucking great they are and how fantastic and how everyone just took this wrong and blah 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 blah, and it is just FUD. It's literally just that. That's why when everyone says Lena's doing a great job, I just shoo it away, and I'm like, I just you just know they're bullshitting. But you're right though, like you're right though, Matt, because and Ham, like, did you not just watch what we all just watched? Did you not watch or listen or read into any of this? Because if you were doing your job and actually cared about consumers, or like, it's just. They're all so disingenuous. It's just like a fucking hive mind, and they're just all supporting each other because they play on the same team. And I'm not trying to be too messy with this stuff. All people in the political sphere do this. That's just the kind of the way I look at it. I just don't trust any of these politicians as far as I can fucking throw them. So that's just my take.
I mean, I can't really disagree with it. Cannot really disagree with it. But I mean, what? Go ahead, Tuan.
I said even like watching that whole thing, it even didn't look like they were defending consumers. It looked like they were defending PlayStation. You know, that's all it really looked like they were doing, like not the actual consumer side of things. And I think one of the I watched a clip where this guy pretty much flamed her. I forgot what it was, like this older dude.
Oh,
it was like
dude,
a clip that was going
Republican
around.
Dude.
Yeah. He's like, he just straight up called her out on it. It's like, you know.
And said, "How dare you throw your own staff under your bus?"
I'll tell you what. I saw that. I'm sorry, Mike, but I saw that. That clip almost, for a very brief split second, made me feel bad for Lena Khan. Almost, because
that was funny because they were ripping her apart.
Dude, they were shredding
like, wow.
her. Like, I was like, that's the way I would be talked to if I did some shit when I was like 6 years old. That's how he was talking to Lena Khan. I'm just like, dude, that's so. That's like it makes me cringe thinking about that. Yeah. Because the look on her face, she's got to be upbeat and happy. And I'm just like, you're getting tossed, man. This isn't good.
she was getting cooked.
She was having a bad day.
She was for dinner. She was a steak dinner that night. It was not.
Yeah, she was not having a good time.
Dude.
Man, there's like even so much more I could go on to the whole like, and the reaction to that. God, man, I'm just disappointed in the fucking game. It's been. That's all I'll say. I don't want to get much deeper into the whole how everyone's been reacting to that court case because it hasn't been pretty.
No,
I feel like if Sony signed this deal like back when Microsoft proposed it to them, I feel like none of this would have happened, honestly.
See, and that's the thing. In fact, let's get into that because that is a topic we did hint at it. Sony and Microsoft have agreed to a deal. We don't know the specifics, but it's a deal for Call of Duty. It is 10 years. We know that. We also know at one point Microsoft was even floating the idea of saying, hey, you guys can even have Call of Duty and PS Plus. We don't know if that's a part of this deal. All we know is that it's 10 years. So that is something that happened, and that's why, me and Ham are quite confident that this will just go through tomorrow, because Sony was really the last big thing in the way of this. And but I guess I want to ask you guys, first of all, were you surprised? Were you surprised that Sony finally, or Jim Ryan finally, decided to bend the knee and get in line and play ball? I'm sorry, I got a little
they have
excited.
they have no choice. They have no choice.
I feel like the moment I feel like the moment the FTC lost, Jim was like, okay, Phil, take out that contract. I'll sign it already. He's probably begging for that contract, because like if he didn't have that chance, if he didn't have that chance to sign, would he even put Call of Duty at all on PlayStation? It's like technically you could do that. I mean, so
yeah, like if he wanted to be petty and they didn't sign that contract, they could just not put it down. Obviously, they probably wouldn't do that, but if they wanted to be petty about it, that's well within their right to do that. I don't know. I'm glad you brought that up to him about like if this contract was signed before, we wouldn't have even been in this position, and I wholeheartedly believe that. Because I don't think the CMA puts up the fight they put up, or the FTC sure as hell doesn't put up the fight they put up. If Sony just is along for the ride with this, I don't think they put up the fight they put up.
It's because they would have no other way to get the data to even try to persuade anyone.
Exactly, and believe it or not, if you can imagine it, if they did put up a fight, their arguments would have been even weaker than they were.
Yeah, it's like because PlayStation's on board, everyone's on board. I think even Nvidia signed it a long time ago.
You got Nvidia, Nintendo. You got like smaller streaming services. I forget the names of them, but there's like a huge list. Yeah, Boosteroid's one of them. There's a big list of services that are just gonna get tons of games now, and are really in favor of this deal. But the FTC, looking out for consumers,
you mean PlayStation?
Yeah, consumers. Right. Exactly. So I mean. Yeah, I want to ask you, I kind of asked you guys, are you surprised about this? But at the same time, I mean, what do you think the offer actually is? Do you expect that we will see Call of Duty and PS Plus at all?
Probably not. I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Honestly, I almost don't know if Sony wants to lose out on any more potential revenue from how much they sell from that game. I know people could be thinking, well, about their PS Plus offering, and it's like I can see that, but I really don't think they want to lose that guaranteed money they'll get, which has to be a good chunk of change. So
you would assume so.
Sorry, you could go.
Go on.
I was going to say, can I push back on that? Just
Absolutely.
Devil's advocate, because honestly,
Definitely
I agree with you, Mike.
But
just playing devil's advocate here, the whole argument, or like one of the arguments that Sony seems to have had up to this point, was that Microsoft would use having Call of Duty and Game Pass to their advantage, as you would expect. Why not take that advantage away by having it in your service? Obviously, you're going to lose out on money on upfront sales costs and everything, but you put it in your service, you get microtransactions, you still have the mind share a little bit, not really because you lost marketing, but you still have some sort of mind share that you can kind of say, hey, just like it's in Game Pass, it's also in our service too.
You're right. I do see that, but I don't think they're thinking in that way. I bet they probably signed something that they can probably do that if they wanted to.
Okay.
But Sony seems very, very dead set on wanting to try to not be like Game Pass as much as possible. I don't know if that will be in their best interest in the end. True. They're very dead set in trying to be different and making sure they get anything that launches on their console they get like either all of that $70 or a majority of it. They only want to use subscriptions for when something's like a few months old, a year old, and they can maybe get a few people to buy into the subscription service that way, or download it and then buy it. Or I don't know. I feel like Sony is still fighting the way things are going.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and see, I 1,000% agree with that. I just wanted to play a little bit devil's advocate on that.
I
But
gotcha.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Ham, do you think there's any possibility we see Call of Duty and PS Plus with this deal?
Yeah,
You do?
I do think so. Yeah, absolutely. Just for the fact that if they're going, especially if PlayStation gets like a PC launcher and stuff like that, I could totally see something like that. Like
Hope they do.
they have the deal for 10 years, and they've already, provided it to other cloud subscription services. I think it's totally possible for them to have it in in some sort of subscription service somewhere else as well. Because in my opinion, I think Xbox might want to rake in as much money from Sony as they can.
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
and I think that's an easy way to do it. And I don't think Sony's going to want to sit back and just be salty while Xbox has all the Call of Duty players in their subscription service.
Mhm.
Fair point.
See.
I just
See,
wonder
and
which one they're going to put it in.
Well,
Which
that-
Oh, I
tier
think
do you
it'd be in. I think it'd be in
extra.
extra.
Yeah.
I think it'd be in
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah, okay, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they do have like the 50. Yeah, okay. Not regular PS Plus then. And okay, then yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see what you're saying.
And
Mhm.
see, part of me agrees with that. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm so 50-50 on this. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the way Mike was saying, or if it goes the way Ham was saying there, because I do think there is something there about, hey, Xbox has it in their service. Why not have it in ours if they're willing to give it to us in ours? Because especially because Sony's whole thing is selling consoles. Like they need to sell you consoles. That's like their whole thing. And if Game Pass has Call of Duty in their service, there's gonna be a good amount of people who just buy a Series X or Series S because of the convenience of it. But if it's also on PlayStation, then yeah, you might not be able to market the game, but it's in your service. Just how big your audience
Platform will
is.
look.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just how big their audience is. Like the number of people who are on a PlayStation, word will spread that, hey, Call of Duty's in your service. So that's going to sell consoles for you. So I think it makes a lot of sense for them to have it in their service. I also think, PlayStation being PlayStation, I could totally see them being like, nope, don't want that. We don't want to be seen anything like Xbox Game Pass. We don't even want to like
In the same sentence.
have the possibility that somebody could see us that way. We don't.
I
even
just
want
don't
that.
see him being that dense. Like that is just.
I
That's the
can see it.
That I just don't. Just for the fact that like right now you are trying to maintain your league.
Yeah.
So why would you try and only keep part of the lead? Like I don't know. That's to me that's so half-assed.
It is.
In my opinion, to be like, oh, I'm gonna be so flustered about this deal not going in my way.
I wouldn't say if they do that, it's out of flustering though. I don't know.
Well, the only way I'd see them not doing it is if they literally couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Which I just don't believe that. I think they totally could.
Microsoft charges them $50 billion. $50 billion for a COD deal.
Oh my god,
It's 10
that's one
billion
thing
less than
too.
we spent.
As I don't even know, I actually wouldn't be surprised if that isn't even on the fucking table anymore. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised. Like, because I want to say, let's kind of lead on to the second part of this. That deal originally was supposed to have other Activision games on the docket.
Yes,
Now,
it was.
this deal has none. It was just strictly about Call of Duty. So, realistically, no matter what, they have gotten the raw, slimy end of this deal because of how much they fought back against it.
Mhm.
And,
That stinks.
you know,
Like, does this mean like
they
Diablo
were
5
already-
wouldn't be on PlayStation?
And see, this is why I think that they won't, because it's just like you already fucked around and found out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to continue to find out? Do you want to continue to find out what this means for your business? You see the direction that gaming's going. This isn't Game Pass isn't the only subscription service. Even if you take them out of the game, there's still Ubisoft, there's still EA, there's still there's still like GeForce with Nvidia. There's still Luna. There's there's still other services. Yes, some of them may not be nearly as large as Game Pass is right now, but like cutting off your nose to save your face in this situation isn't really necessary, seeing that there's an offer for you just to kind of keep it moving. See, but I'm really wondering, like, how salty was Xbox about this whole situation? Because for somebody to say, like you get offered something one day and then you come back, you get offered I'm using the same thing as I used earlier. You get offered that pizza, right?
Yeah.
And then you come back and you get offered maybe
one slice.
We'll see. You get offered, a pizza that will, not mold as quickly in this situation because this is like they gave him a longer one, but it's like instead of the whole pizza, now you only got 3 pieces, and it's just like these 3 pieces have longer lifespan.
Yeah. Wow.
They just have a longer lifespan.
Yeah.
Like these pizzas can be left out on the counter for a few days and it'd be straight.
Sony could have got a gourmet pizza, but instead they settled. They talked themselves into DiGiorno.
Yeah.
Is what they've done here, and it's.
I like it.
I mean, it sucks for them because what Mike said is true. I mean, not a lot of people talk about that. All the Activision games were in the original, like. They promised Activision Blizzard will be on your platform. Now it's just Call of Duty. Like,
but I'm pretty sure Nintendo signed that though, right?
Yeah,
pretty sure Nintendo signed it.
Nintendo's fine. We're talking about PlayStation.
Yeah,
this is just PlayStation. But Nintendo, you're right. Is Nintendo also just Call of Duty? I don't think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's multiple games though. I think it is Activision games. I think with Nintendo because I think they were like talking games.
I think they were talking about Xbox games, but I don't know how that's gonna work on Nintendo. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hi-Fi Rush, maybe. I don't know.
That would be cool on a Switch. Yeah. I mean, that'd be like the perfect game for it. But who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, like that's something that not many people are talking about, where it's just like you've talked yourself down to just Call of Duty, just by being an ass, just by being very difficult. You've talked your way out of a bunch of games. Potentially, you might still get them. You probably will still get them, but there's always a chance that you won't, and it's because you were being very, very difficult about this. And I mean, we'll see. We will see in due time. But also, there's a whole nother thing. I don't. Maybe you guys know. I can't remember if this was from the court case or if this was just a rumor that Jim Ryan was against re-upping marketing rights for Call of Duty, even though he
Oh,
was
he
offered that
was.
opportunity. I can't remember if that was a rumor
No, that
or if that
was
was
a
actual
thing.
fact.
Yeah, that was a thing. I can't remember where that was. Like, yeah, like after 2024 or during
Yeah.
2024, it's
you have
gonna
the rights to
expire
do it.
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, like, dude,
So
this
this
man just fucking just
doesn't want
annihilated
anything to
himself.
do. Yeah.
He just annihilated himself. And that's why people are like, they wouldn't be surprised if he's not working at
Yeah.
the
That's
CEO of PlayStation in a
Yeah, he
while.
just wants to
Not
clean
the
his
next
hands of it.
question
He's
I was
like,
gonna
he's like,
ask you
he's like
guys.
done with Call of Duty. Like, it's done. You know.
Yeah, that is the next question I was going to ask you guys. On top of, I guess, talking about that, if that's true, which, you know, if it came up in court, then you would certainly assume that is a fact. Then, do you think at all Jim Ryan is in trouble as in terms of the head of Sony, the head of PlayStation, Jim Ryan? Do you think that is in jeopardy?
Well, I hope so.
not I don't think someone's like, I don't know if someone's sitting around a desk right now and saying we need to get rid of Jim Ryan in that essence, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, I want to get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah, if Jim
I wouldn't
Ryan
be
just wants to leave.
yeah, like
Get
I
Sean
wouldn't be
Layden back.
surprised. Yeah, he's working for Tencent now. He's getting that sweet money from over there. So wherever the fuck Tencent is. Oh yeah, they're in China.
Yeah.
Which so
Yeah.
Sean Layden in China right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if he's
with
in
Tencent,
China, but
Well, yeah, I don't know if he's located in China, but he
just works for China.
China.
Hey. Oh my
China.
god, we're all dumb. Anyways,
We're all
yeah, like
stupid.
I don't know if like I don't think, because let's be real too. Everyone's like, well, you know, he's the CEO of PlayStation. But still, I wouldn't be surprised if exactly. That's the thing, is someone up above him anything was telling him how to react to this. I doubt he was just sitting there and placed the head of Sony. You know, Sony's like, fuck it, figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do not believe that for a second.
I agree 100% with that. I think that he was just doing what he was supposed to do and took the L. Like, bro, the FTC and CMA could stop him, and the EU was just like, just be cool about it, please. like, bro, like governments didn't have a chance. Jim Ryan was literally, I mean, to put it all on him is just not fair, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, you got like multi-trillion-dollar versus Jim Ryan. I mean, everybody, including, I mean, everybody's seen this coming and was nervous, and that's why people were getting so frustrated, especially when things just started looking bad. I mean, put Phil in Jim's situation.
Sure.
What could have you done about it? What has Phil been able to do about these deals? For Square Enix games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For like Hogwarts extra DLC. Hell, Phil almost lost Starfield. That close. So I mean,
you bought the whole company. You just be like, okay, we have Starfield. You know, you have to buy a whole ass company.
Yeah, I mean, the extreme measures had to come out. The extreme measures 100% had to come out, and I'm not. I don't blame Phil for it.
It's so crazy how he did that.
Yeah, I don't blame Jim for having to deal with the collateral damage. It just kind of is what it is. And I mean, I kind of agree with, I don't remember if it was Matt or Mike that said it, but like, if he just wanted to get up out of there and he was just like, bro, that was a ride I didn't want to take.
That thing is like, I don't like I said, like, no way somebody's gonna fight. No fucking way. Because once again, this was not all on him. He was working with the rest of Sony and so many people throughout play. There's no way they're just like, yeah, you got to figure this out yourself, because this is a monumental thing that will affect them. I wouldn't be surprised though if he's like, you know what, this fucking industry sucks, and I'm
Right.
done, and like I'm done, and just wants to get out of here. I would like, I
Man.
couldn't imagine dealing that for like a year, over a year and a half, and it's technically not 100. I mean, it's done, but it's not
Yeah.
technically 100% done yet, and you're just like, I fucking don't want to do this again. I don't ever want to deal with this again.
Yeah, Jim
And-
Ryan just went into such an eventful time in this industry, like
Oh my god!
especially with, like this shit has never been done before.
Anyone
like
have that
$70 billion.
laughing audio track of Jim Ryan?
I wish I
What?
could turn on voice mod. I dude, so many times during the show I wanted to turn on voice mod just to do that soundbite, but I'm afraid to
You
because
totally-
I don't want to mess up my audio.
Oh my
You
god! Why does that
totally-
fucking
you-
suck so much?
All right, yeah. Don't do it. I guess. Yeah, I guess.
But no, what were we gonna say, Am?
I mean, no. I was just gonna tell Matt there's a way to do it, but I mean, I think that'd be something we should talk about later on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah,
You know what's
I mean,
funny too? Oh, sorry.
oh,
go on.
go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was gonna say because in the chat saying how the PS3 is like the worst, was one of their worst generations. It's like it's fun, dude. It's like PlayStation isn't hurting right now. Like
They're
we're
not
saying,
hurting.
it right now it's just Jim Ryan. Is he done? Is he through dealing with this bullshit? Because
Yeah.
like I would be like, I'm through dealing with this bullshit, and all I had to do was scroll through Twitter. That's all I
Yeah.
had to do.
Exactly.
So he had to scroll through like lawyers and
Yeah.
fucking.
but- I mean, I don't think he's gonna be fired though, obviously,
No,
because
no.
I mean, like he's done so much. Like, I mean, like the PlayStation under Jim Ryan has made like a lot of money. They've almost made like I think this is the most they've ever made, or at some point, or something stupid like that under Jim Ryan. Even though I don't agree with half the shit he's doing, but I mean, like in a business sense, like PlayStation is doing as good as they ever done. So I feel like just in the whole situation with Activision alone, I don't think that's gonna really change anything. It's just, yeah. I mean, if Jim Ryan does leave, it's gonna be because he chose to leave.
Is that my fraud bottery in the chat? Is that him? It is.
Oh, what's
I'm like
up?
90% sure that's our fraud bottery.
What's
Get 'em.
up?
Get
Yeah,
him.
I don't think PlayStation is hurting at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
they're-
Well,
in
definitely
fact-
not hurting. As of
in
right now,
fact,
no.
what
it's
Twan
not.
said, they're
Yeah.
thriving.
Yeah.
They're doing very, very well. For
Like in a
Oh no, wait,
business
since
sense,
bottery's here,
yes.
PlayStation is dead. I'm just kidding.
But I will say, like, Jim Ryan might be mentally hurting at this point.
Yeah.
And it's a good point that Mike brings up. Hey Harry, what's going on, bud? But
Peace,
yeah,
man.
it's a good point that Mike brings up that honestly I didn't even think about. Jim, he come in at when did Jim come in? Was it 2019 he came in?
I don't know.
2019 or
The only
2020.
time I've heard about Jim Ryan is like when the PS5 got unveiled. That was the first time I've
Yeah.
ever seen Jim Ryan.
Yeah,
That's the
same
first time I
here.
Like-
saw him. I know that.
I was like, who's this guy? Right. And that's when I heard, Jim Ryan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you come in, you just happen to come in.
Yeah.
Bethesda gets
Yeah.
acquired, which you're like,
this is such
you're
a
like,
weird
damn
time.
it, we were about to get Starfield, and
Like,
okay,
I guess that's
whatever.
not happening.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Like-
Move on to the next thing, and then just imagine Jim Ryan sitting there, and he gets the news that Microsoft wants to acquire.
He's like,
Activision
God
Blizzard.
damn it.
He's just like, you son of a bitch. These filthy assholes over there at Microsoft, and he's just
Yeah.
disgusted probably. And then he goes through this whole process, and then he's probably even more disgusted now. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of all this, he's just thinking, I just want to retire. I just want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, who knows how
From
much
this
fucking
industry.
his hairline receded during this whole
Yeah.
situation.
Like,
Isn't he younger than Phil too?
He is. He is younger than Phil.
That's
He's
fucking
younger?
scary.
He's
a
younger
year-
than Phil?
He's a year younger than
Oh
Phil.
my. He looks
Jim
at least
Ryan
like
is-
20 years older than him.
Jim Ryan is 49 years old. Phil Spencer
That's insane.
Well, at least when I checked, that was like a year ago. Phil Spencer is in his 50s.
That's
That's funny.
insane.
He's
That's
a-
fucking wild.
That's
Yo,
funny.
that guy could be like a grandfather. Like that's so
Yeah,
fucking
Jim Ryan's
old.
got a.
Like,
He's got a. He's lived a life. He looks like
He lived a life.
Damn.
Funny.
He's
I
lived
did
a life
not
in the
know he was.
last
I
year
did
and a
not
half,
know
I'll
he
say
was that young. I thought he was almost like in his 60s, like Jim Ryan.
Nope.
No.
He's still a young man,
That's
He's
insane.
still a young man.
by earthly terms.
By earthly
insane.
terms. That's something like Harry would say for himself because he's old. I'm just kidding, Harry. Don't hurt me. I'm just kidding.
Don't
All right.
listen to Mike, Harry. Do not ever listen to Mike.
Oh, that's so
but,
funny.
That's insane.
God. I mean,
Anyways,
what's up?
so yeah, I mean, like once again, I want to wrap up the whole is he leaving? No. I mean,
No.
if is he
Yeah.
leaving by being fired? No. Is he
Yeah.
leaving due to this stuff? Maybe eventually,
Possible.
probably not anytime soon. I don't think he's like, I need to get out of here now. Just having a mental breakdown.
I mean, they
But I
need to
wouldn't
find
be
a successor first, too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think like PlayStation's in such a good spot. It's not like he's like he needs to
Yeah.
desperately, nothing like that. It's more so just like I'm done with dealing with this bullshit. I'd be done dealing with
Yeah.
this bullshit. I'm done dealing with it. Just look at my fucking Twitter timeline. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Imagine actually being a part of that. Like, you actually have to like do it. You know.
yeah, like it's like I'm
Behind
all
the
set.
scenes talking to people. It sounds genuinely miserable. No matter which side you're on, honestly.
How many phone calls with Phil Spencer think he's had like in the
Right.
past like year?
How many?
Dude, they text each other like a teen couple in love, probably. Like,
Oh God, my goodness. But I mean, hey, it's over. Well, it's not over, but it's mostly over.
Yeah.
All the big hurdles that had to be cleared have been cleared. So
Yeah, personally, once he signed that contract with Xbox, I was like, okay, it's done.
yeah,
It's
I think
over.
that's when it was officially done.
Yeah.
I kind of expect it. I know me and Ham said it earlier. I expect this deal to be official tomorrow, but we'll see.
Mhm.
We will.
I think
see.
tomorrow they're announcing the deal is dead. I think.
But wasn't
tomorrow's
CMA?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Microsoft is walking away.
deal's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Here's
cracked
$3 billion.
me up. That
dollars,
was
I
so
think.
funny. That was
Here's
so
$3 billion.
funny. Go on,
But,
Twan, sorry.
One?
Well, fuck, what was I gonna say now?
Oh, god damn it. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
So we're talking about fuck, what were we talking about again?
We're
Uh,
talking about PlayStation.
Bill Spencer and Jim Ryan being madly in love and texting each other all the time. I don't remember.
No, I feel like there's something after that we're talking about. Wait.
We're
Who
just-
Man,
knows?
my
Who
well,
knows?
I'm definitely
Dude,
gonna have
today's been
Alzheimer's.
bad for me, man. I can't remember a goddamn thing. I'm like, it's
I'm
been
all-
bad.
I'm all over the place. We haven't done a show in like 2 weeks. I'm
Yeah,
panic
this is-
I'm panic looking through news. I'm having fun. I'm all over the place right now. But it's,
Oh yeah,
it's-
no, I remember what I was gonna say now.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
There was the whole thing. I remember like there's a thing about CMA wanting to extend the actual like deal thing or something, like when the deal was gonna close. Or I don't know
Wait,
if
in what context? I'm sorry. Who was trying to extend a deal?
like CMA was trying to extend it or
CMA.
something. I've been hearing something like that. I'm not sure if that was.
Yeah, they're
actually-
like saying how like they want it because like I can't even. There's so much news. Like there's so much. They want to do another investigation. Something
Yeah, but they
crazy
want
like
to
that, dude.
Yeah,
or
because
something.
wasn't the original date like July 18th? or
Yeah,
something?
July
And
18th.
they're
That's
trying to.
Yeah,
get
they
that
were talking
extended.
about like pushing possibly there being like a 6-week extension, maybe
Yeah.
to alleviate the time to be less in a rush to try to close this deal. The whole
year
thing
and 8
is
months.
it's going to happen regardless from what's being kind of passed around, but they're thinking that it might not hit that 18th deadline. So just to give, they think Microsoft may be willing to give them some more time to figure out what their gripe is, and just kind of get out of the way and just be like, you know what, figure out whatever you want to figure out to gripe about, because we're gonna be closing this deal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your new problem?
And yeah. Let's give you 6 more weeks and really drag this out and see. I don't, and that's one of the reasons I don't think that it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Because I mean, wouldn't they be using taxpayers' money to just drag this out any further to try to figure out what's going on, or
Yeah.
is that allocated any differently over there? Because
Well, I
I
would
mean,
imagine it's
well,
not
I-
their money. I don't know.
I-
I would imagine.
Yeah, it has to be. we fund world.
I'd personally think that they
We
just
like
kind of
me.
want to get over it as soon as possible and just kind of call it a day.
Yeah,
Kind of get in, get out, and be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you
So-
on that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's like I think that I almost hope it. The thing is regardless, like even if the deal does get closed tomorrow, we're not done hearing about it for a while. We're gonna hear, the FTC opened something because they have like that weird thing they apparently can try in 7 months or whatever the fuck. Remember, like there's that other thing they could like. There's like weird.
I was gonna say, isn't the thing with the FTC like technically they lost what they lost? Like they were denied with that appeal, but the appeal's not technically dead. They just it's just in a position now where Microsoft can close the deal in the US and all the other places that it was approved in. But like there'll still be a situation where the FTC will still be fighting versus Microsoft about things, but the deal will be long done at that point.
But if it's closed,
like
do they can they unclose it? Like, how does that even work at that point?
I don't think that's a thing. I think it's just I think honestly, if I'm understanding it correct, it's just the FTC trying to get a
bust their
win.
balls.
Joe says, "Wonder what the cleanup and ABK management will be, if any." Hopefully, they go through that shit very thoroughly, because that I mean, there's some good apples there, or at least what seemed like some good apples, like Mikey Barr. Obviously, you've got people like I know Rod Ferguson's also on that team. But like Blizzard seems to be in an okay space at the moment. They seem to be doing all right. Activision with Bobby Kotick, or Kotick, however you want to say that gremlin's name.
He looks like one.
He does. Yeah. He genuinely does look like a
He looks like he eats children. Like I'm not even fucking.
Oh my God.
He does. Look at any picture of him. He looks like he eats people. Like I'm fucking not kidding.
It's possible. I mean, he might. I mean, I can't say he does.
Straight up
I can't say he can't. I can't say he does. But yeah, like you would think that it's probably not going to happen super quick. This whole restructuring of ABK's management, but you would hope at some point we get Bobby Kotick out of there. You replace them with anybody who's respectable at all.
Did they say like technically Phil would be like the lead of that, or like it would just
no.
Phil can't do, dude. There's that's the biggest thing. Yeah, like the thing is, Matt Booty is he's still like trying to get he's doing better now with his shit, but it's like he's not going to be in control of that. There's a lot going on. Like the thing about the whole ABK, it's like it's not even like the whole exclusive play. It's like the instant amount of money they're basically gonna get by acquiring them, right? You know what I mean? They're not really worried about the future exclusive output. It's just they're just gonna get a ton of money essentially right away. That's gonna be like their immediate payout. Where Bethesda, ZeniMax are the eventual games that come. For ABK, it's the crazy amount of money they're gonna get right away from the deal. And the shit they're gonna put on Game Pass and King and blah 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 blah. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kotick is kind of there, in a cottage cheese. I'm just gonna call him cottage cheese. Is there in name only, and everything he does, he has to report to somebody else, and they're just trying to find somebody else in the meantime. And ABK kind of goes in at least in a management wise in this kind of hiatus, puppet government state. Until they actually can find a until they can find the replacement. It's not about getting their money back though, Botter. It's way more than that.
It might take Xbox 14 years to get that money back, but it's not going to take Microsoft 14 years to get that money back.
Because it's with the amount because realistically this deal was way more than just the instant money but the money they're gonna make instantly from this deal is gonna be psychotic. But it's not gonna buy off it's not gonna. If anything, the money they're really gonna make from this deal is by opening up ABK more, by going to different platforms and opening back up to Nintendo. It's not about the instant amount of money. It's the fact it's a massive cash inflow that they will get right off the bat that will grow. ZeniMax was a slow burn. They had to wait. ABK is instant money, is an instant access to a new market that they do not have access to. regularly, like a mobile market. King is the absolute entry into the mobile market. Blizzard is
something that people aren't talking about.
Blizzard is like a knife into like the PC market. Like, yeah, Microsoft is in the PC market. They are Windows, but Blizzard is Blizzard. They kind of like are
a functioning launcher.
A functioning launcher. It's more than just getting their money back. It's about having this very steady platform that exists in every corner of the market. That they don't have to like wait for it to spring to life. It's already gonna be in motion. It's already going. That's kind of why, you know, people are like, well, if these games aren't exclusive, then what the fuck's the point? It's because of the money it will eventually bring in. It's the avenues. Yeah, but once again, yeah, exactly. I mean, look at that right there, 400 million. It's like, it's about everything it brings in. It's the new avenues it open. It's not just about the money, which is the reason why this deal went through in the first place.
Very, very well said.
Yeah, exactly. 4 times Xbox and PC and COD. So that's why it's important to, like, this shit can't be. That's why like COD's not going to be exclusive. Like, there's just it's fucking stupid if that game tried to be exclusive. And I wouldn't want that because they promised it wouldn't be. So to me, you know, that's important to me. When you promise it wouldn't be, you promised it wouldn't be. It's very important that that stays true because that would piss me off.
That's like that's one of those things that, yeah, technically after the 10 years, technically Microsoft can do whatever they want with it, but at the same time, you made all these verbal promises outside of the 10-year legally binding contracts about maintaining like that these games would be on different platforms. If you go back on that, then let's say 10, 15 years from now, they want to buy someone else. They're going to be looked at very, very awkwardly.
You're like, oh, but you did this, right?
Yeah. But you told us you were gonna do this. You ended up not doing that at all.
Yeah.
They're gonna remember that. Especially if you try to go after a publisher, which I don't think they're gonna be doing for a very long time. But like, God forbid you try to go after a publisher,
Sega or something.
After you go,
I don't want them. That's one thing too. Is like, I don't want any more. I didn't even want ABK. Like, I didn't even want ABK, and I only honestly wanted this shit to pass just because I like being right. Like, that's literally, I just wanted to put a few motherfuckers in their place and just wanted to be right. I really don't give a fuck about COD. It's really some of the old IPs that Activision own. I just like being right. I'm a stubborn jackass in that way.
I want Raven Software to make games again, you know?
Oh my God, yeah.
Joe, the Nintendo Switch is going to run Call of Duty at 240 FPS at 4K, and it's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna switch from PlayStation to Nintendo, Joe. That's a promise. That is a promise.
He is a casual, so definitely.
Also, there is another thing. There is another thing I wanted to bring up. There were actually talks. I've heard like rumors about them possibly bringing back the backwards compatibility program for Activision, like for Activision games.
There's a lot of games to do it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of games.
I think one game would be like Quake 4 because I think that game had some issues with Raven Software.
Quake 4 back on the console.
I know. Finally, you don't have to. The only console you can play that game on is a 360 at the moment. Yep. You know, so it'd be nice to be able to play that on the Series X with the frame rate.
Wait, who made Enemy Territory Quake? Fuck, that's technically EA. Never mind.
Yeah, I think that's like, what was that, Splash something?
No, Pandemic. No, Pandemic made that, right? No, Splash did. No, Splash did.
It was like Splash something. It was like
Splash. You're right. I think. Yeah. Fuck, I can't remember. It's like Battlefront. That's why I said Pandemic.
Yeah.
All right. We're off the rails.
You're off the rails, man. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, it'd be great if it'd be great if they could bring that back.
Antoine, off the rails.
I'm kind of on the rails. We're talking about backwards compatibility.
I know. I'm just.
He's just harassing us. You know what Matt does.
But yeah, the final topic is just a fun one, probably pretty quick. Is the fact that, you know, Call of Duty's Xbox 360 servers and apparently PS3. Don't have. Yeah. No. That's why I added apparently, because I saw somebody say, hey, PS3 servers are fixed, and then I saw someone else say, yeah, PS3 servers are still shit. So I'm like, I don't know what to believe. I saw video of someone playing PS3 Call of Duty. I don't know.
No,
So
it's there's way more. I've found way more. I'm not saying you're wrong because I know what you're talking about, but I've seen way more reports of people just saying PS3's like COD lobbies are just fucking broken. And they're just not. They're just not. Some of them aren't even like active. Like you can't find anything. Like not even hack-filled lobbies. Like you can't find fucking anything.
I remember
So
Black
it's like-
Ops last time I tried it was fine, but that was like
So
a
it's-
year ago, I think.
I
Like
mean,
Black
that's the
Ops
thing. It's
1.
like I think it was like Modern Warfare 3 is broken. It's like some weird like selective
good.
games that have always still worked and some that just don't. And it's like so now it does beg the question of like who the fuck got those lobbies running? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
who's the
'cause-
one that like got
Go ahead.
No, exactly. That's really it. It's like who I mean, I'll say running in name only. Some of those fucking lobbies lag like a motherfucker and I get like disconnection connection issue and it shows the fucking Ethernet cable being pulled out.
No,
Yeah,
it's
Like, I
classic. It's like the It's Software thing, like the
The
fucking.
only game that gives me that
Okay,
problem
exact.
still, which sucks, and I really want to play it, is COD 4.
Oh,
It's like the one I want to play most, but every time I play it, first of all, it's hard to find games. Like, it's almost impossible. And when you get in, at least twice a game, you will have that issue. So that's a little bit annoying. But as far as, like, Modern Warfare 2 works great now. Modern Warfare 3, me and Ham were down on that a few nights ago. Works great.
I'd actually be down to. I gotta get Modern Warfare 3 on the 360. I used to play it all the time on the PS3. Modern Warfare
Let me
3.
know, because I'm
actually
doing
be so
nothing
down
but
to play
playing
that.
old Call of Duty right now. So let me
Yeah.
know. And I
Old
will
Call of Duty
absolutely-
pisses me off beyond words.
Yeah,
Like,
Modern
dude,
Warfare
like-
3 was a masterpiece. Like
Matt was playing with me earlier, dude, and
You said
everything I
Modern
remember.
Warfare 3?
yeah, just the maps in Modern Warfare 3: Mission,
Yeah.
Dome, Terminal, Hard Hat,
It-
Sea Town. They're all classic maps. You know. It's
yeah,
just-
yeah. I put on Twitter the other day. I was like just asking people like what their favorite Call of Duties were, because mine was Modern Warfare 3, and my favorite map was Terminal. And for some reason, everyone felt the need to tell me the Terminal was on Modern Warfare 2, and I'm like,
yeah,
I know.
they brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that, but like some of the things that you can do with your weapons and putting them putting your stuff together and making your classes is not the same as Modern Warfare 2. So
Sure.
I can still have my, I mean, that's just like saying, oh, Black Ops 4 is my favorite, and whatchamacallit,
Nuketown.
in Nuketown. And Nuketown
Yeah.
is my favorite map. And it's just like, well, Nuketown was on Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 1. Well, it's on the Black Ops 1
Or
stuff.
what, yeah,
It's on-
it was
it's
on
on
the
every Call of Duty.
it's
at this
on-
point.
Every Black Ops has it, you know. Every
Yeah.
Black Ops.
yeah. So
1 has it.
there you go. I mean, it's just like, what is that? That doesn't make any. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
My
even
favorite
just
map is my
but
favorite
even
map.
just above Terminal, like I said, Terminal's obviously a classic.
Terminal's
map.
so
is.
good.
I mean, Dome. I
Hard
love
Hat.
Dome was great.
Dome
Mission,
was good. Yeah.
Mission. I love Mission as well.
Yeah.
I bought World at
I-
War
I-
yesterday. That's my favorite Call of Duty, personally.
I think it's Renaissance. Isn't there a map called Renaissance?
And Modern Warfare 3?
Or is it no? I think I'm thinking of Resistance. Is it Resistance?
I think it's Resistance. Yeah,
Yeah,
That the one in
it's
France?
Resistance.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
It's the one in
that's
France with
sweet
the
map.
house in the middle
Yeah.
of the map.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good. Fuck, man.
Love
There's
was a
other,
great
there's other
map.
maps
Fuck.
that I have in my mind, but I forgot what they're called. But like, I just
That was a great map.
But there's just so many good maps.
Fuck,
in
now I got to
Modern
buy Modern
Warfare.
Warfare.
Like,
Fuck you,
there's
Ham.
just so many good maps in Modern
Dude,
Warfare.
get Modern
There's
Warfare
all
3. We can
classic
all play
maps.
that.
Like so
I
many
hate
good
you.
That's
Oh,
my
I-
favorite one.
Like I even like the kill streaks in
Easy.
there as well. Like just the way.
Oh, yeah.
kill
And
streaks.
I don't think I don't remember them having. Maybe you can enlighten me, Max. I don't remember because I got so entrenched in Modern Warfare 3 that I literally forgot about 2. Other than the story, because the story in Modern Warfare 2 is freaking great.
It's great.
But
It's really good.
but on the multiplayer, was there support as well as assault?
Support
Modern
like
Warfare 2. No, Modern Warfare 3. I
So yes.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 was the first good
because
map.
remember remember you can get like 18 kills. Like
But-
you don't have to get them like in
different kills
yeah.
you
If
can
you
class.
die, if you die, you can still get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yes.
and you
Model
got
13
18 kills. You could either get the
No, Ghost also had that as well.
you can get the airdrop. You can get the airdrop where they drop like 6 packages.
Oh my
Or you
god.
can get the Juggernaut.
Yeah, it was like the
or,
Juggernaut with the riot shield. Juggernaut with the riot shield. Yeah.
Yes, man, and it was just so lethal. I used to play 2v2 and 3v3 on Modern Warfare 3 because that's where they added that as well. And when
God
I used to
damn it,
get
now I gotta buy this.
18 kills and I just turned into the Juggernaut, you could damn near just stand in the center of the map.
The support,
the
Juggernaut was
ridiculous.
broken. Support Juggernaut was broken because you had the riot shield
Thank you for
behind you. You had the
stopping by,
pistol.
Harry.
It was just like
I'll
people
see you on
shooting
Twitter,
behind you.
Prod.
Yeah, not
on
only were
Twitter.
you the Juggernaut,
See
you
you
also had that
later.
riot shield blocking bolts as well. And then you could just one shot guys with the fucking pistol.
That's
Like, it was
fantastic.
like it was broke. It was busted.
I
I think even had
thought I had
scavengers.
enough.
Like you got scavengers, so you don't even like.
Shit, how much is Modern Warfare 3 right now?
It should be like
Probably-
I think it's
probably
like
like
$15
$5.
bucks.
Probably get like
I think it's
$5
like 15 or 20 bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on eBay right now.
They're all on sale. I know that. I was thinking about.
I want to
getting
get
Black
the
Ops
DLC,
3.
but they're probably charging like $70 for them all.
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
DLCs. Here's
It's
the
not
thing.
70, but it's
Yeah.
not
here's,
cheap.
Here's the thing.
Honest-
Individually for DLCs, it's expensive, but if you buy the season pass, I think it's like $15.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Then that's not bad.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
just
a
bought
look.
Modern Warfare 3. I still have physical copy on eBay.
I love
Oh,
I
damn,
love that.
Okay, Twan's going physical. All right.
I'll buy
It was
it
only
after.
like it was literally it's $7 on eBay right now.
Oh,
Why
Can
not?
we play
So
the survival
fun.
mode too? I missed
Yeah.
the survival mode.
Hey, Ham's all about that.
Oh
Ham is
yes,
all about that.
I
love
love the survival.
God damn it, I'm gonna go
mode.
boot up my
Thing is,
Xbox.
I
Fuck
don't
you
even think you
guys. Damn
need.
it.
I don't even think you need the.
Joe, get
I don't
back
even
in
think you-
here.
Yeah,
Get
I don't even
back
think you
in.
need the DLC on Modern Warfare 3 because the base maps in that game are so good. You don't even need the DLC, in my opinion. In Modern Warfare 3.
Oh,
I
you're in the
don't think
base
I own
maps.
all the DLCs in Modern Warfare 3. I gotta check that. I don't
Let's-
think I do.
Oh shit, we're still doing a podcast right now. I completely
Oh,
forgot.
yeah.
We are on a
Yeah.
podcast, but it's gonna end soon. This was the last topic. Was talking
Okay.
about the 360 servers. being
Oh
back
my
up.
god.
Okay,
man.
yeah, I'm now waiting for
What's
that.
up?
Now. I'm gonna be down to play with you guys. I actually want to play that so bad now.
That
Fuck.
sounds
Modern
perfect.
Warfare 3.
That sounds perfect. But one thing I wanted to bring up before we head out, which I thought was
Oh man,
pretty
what's up?
insane, if I can find it here. So this was an article, and well, let me see if I can bring it up for you guys. But this is just a list of games that Microsoft will actually, like a list of IP that Microsoft will actually own after this deal goes through. Now, I'm not going to go over every single game on here, but just the highlights. Call of Duty, say whatever you want about Candy Crush, but that's a very huge deal for them. Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot, Diablo, you've got Guitar Hero, Gun, Heroes of the Storm, Hexen. I know Mike's very excited about that. I am too, honestly.
Yes, sir.
Even Phil
Um,
Spencer, I know, was talking about that.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
wearing
yeah.
a shirt. I mean,
Yeah.
there's,
He was wearing a shirt.
there's-
How do I?
there was some reason he's wearing that shirt. I
Oh yeah,
don't know what it
100%.
is, but there's no way that was a coincidence. He knows what he's doing.
That shirt said a lot of confidence too. God
It sure
damn,
did. It sure did.
it
you
exuded confidence.
dude. If we can get Hexen back, especially because it's id Software, you got it.
They're all under the same roof. Raven
Yes.
Software and id Software, they're all under the same roof now.
Let
Thinking
them,
about that.
let them
Because,
remake Hexen.
what
Fantastic.
wasn't I don't remember exactly. Weren't they started off from? I want to say they did they start off at id first, or was it a different
No, it
Who's
was,
company?
you mean Hexen?
Well, yeah.
I don't remember who actually honestly developed the original Hexen. It's just a boomer shooter that I played once a
I thought
long
it was
time ago.
id, wasn't it?
Heck, it did not make Hexen.
No, it was like super.
It was definitely in their engine,
something.
that's for sure. It was definitely made in their engine.
It was like super something.
I'm looking it up
man,
right
I don't
now.
remember.
Hexen OG Studio.
I don't know why I always link Hexen with Raven Software.
No. I'm thinking of Machine Games.
No,
I'm thinking of
definitely
Machine
not
Games.
Machine Games.
So,
Ravens.
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you're right. Raven Software and published by id Software. You're right. It's developed by
you go.
Raven and published.
Yeah,
through
because
id.
I always
Okay,
just
sorry,
I
that's
always
what I got confused
I
about.
always
Sorry.
associate Raven with Hexen. I don't know. I just do.
Yeah, no, you're right though.
You're
I mean,
right.
they developed
Am
it
I
and they
right?
published
Okay,
it.
so I guess
Yeah.
that's why
So-
then. Yeah.
I don't know why I got so fucking
Yeah.
confused there. I played
Yeah,
that
I was
before.
completely wrong because I was thinking about Machine Games.
Yeah, Machine Games.
You're
is
wrong about a
relatively
lot of
newer
things.
Studio. Well, not newer, but they've been around for a while. But like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
Machine Games was under something else, and I believe they left to make their own studios, which was Raven.
No, I think it's the other way
I
around.
believe they. No, because I believe Raven left after making a game. I'm trying to remember. The game started with the S too. God damn it! Now I gotta look that up.
Syndicate?
We're not
No.
even-
Is it that game that like takes place in like a Soviet like era? Thinking of that. Can't remember.
I'll be able to tell you in just a couple seconds.
So are you saying people left Raven Software to make Machine Games? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. That's what he's saying.
I'm not even talking about Raven anymore. I was
Oh,
talking about
okay,
Star.
yeah.
Okay, Starbreeze Studios is
Oh, okay.
what Machine Games
Oh, okay.
used to work with. And what was that game that Starbreeze Syndicate?
Oh, wait. Oh, that was the reboot from
Syndicate,
EA,
yeah.
right?
Syndicate.
Like the
Yeah.
the original Syndicate or the remake, or you want to call it, like the EA one.
Because
there was like a
I believe it was the
first-person shooter
remake
one.
one.
Yeah, the first person shooter
I think
one.
it was the remake one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first person shooter one that
'Cause
was
there
all
was
like
yeah,
new looking and stuff like
yeah,
that.
there was
for
like
PC.
because there was a 3DO one, the one back in the day, you know.
Yep.
And the Syndicate, that was like a remake or reimagining, where you want to fucking call it. I don't know what we want to. But it was like a different game entirely. It wasn't even Syndicate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
from what I remember, I think it flopped.
Oh yeah, it flopped
hard.
terribly bad. Yeah, it was
Hard.
really bad.
so
I get
we-
for like $2 on eBay, I think.
So we left off at Hexen. There's Overwatch to finish this list. There's Overwatch, Prototype. These are just the highlights. Singularity. You have Spyro the Dragon, StarCraft, which, I mean, when's the last time we got anything StarCraft related?
Been a minute.
Tenshu, Time Shift, which is something that people don't talk about a whole lot, but Time Shift.
Mhm.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, True Crime, World of Warcraft, and there's a game on here. I'm just gonna. It's called Zork. I don't know what the hell Zork.
Yeah,
is.
Zork. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
don't know what Zork. What is Zork?
Super old game, I believe. I thought it was on like I thought it was either on like the Genesis or I thought it was something like that. Now you got me interested.
Apple.
No, that's
Apple
like fucking-
Macintosh Zork 3.
Yeah, that shit
Okay,
is
so
like
it's a
some old,
Macintosh.
that's like old PC game shit. You know,
Oh Lord, yeah, that's old. All right, They're
like
asking-
old personal computers, like before. I think even
Yeah, I knew
before
it
the
was
DOS.
old. So okay, yeah. It says right here it's a PC game. It's even on
Yes.
floppy.
It
Yeah,
costs $3.95 on eBay for Zork 3 for the Macintosh.
There you
Good
go.
Lord. Swan, go ahead and grab that.
I'll do it. I'll add that to my collection. Yeah.
Get it for your Steam Deck.
Oh, fuck, what was I gonna say now? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, this. I think the thing that's the most valuable about this whole acquisition, like the most valuable thing, is the studios. Honestly, because I heard
Yes.
what Microsoft wants to do is, I know Toys for Bob and Beanox. Apparently, they've been in the trenches making Call of Duty. Fucking,
have.
In the
they're just doing
trenches.
this. So and like I know Phil Spencer's even said like I would love to get them out of that and work on their own shit. Because like they've proven themselves they can make great Crash Bandicoot games, Spyro games, and who knows, maybe Toys for Bob could even work on a Banjo-Kazooie game. Because I know the head guy, I think his name's like Paul, the guy that the head of Toys for Bob. Even he said he would love to see a Banjo-Kazooie revival, and I feel like they'd be the perfect suit to do the job, especially since they worked on the Spyro remake. So
I
it's
think
just a
if anyone's
no-brainer.
gonna do it, it's gonna be them. I don't think anyone else at Xbox is doing that.
I mean, Rare doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I know Double Fine doesn't want to do it. If Toys for Bob wants to do it, I think it's perfect. It's a match made in heaven, in my opinion.
I
So
think that is the only way we're getting a Banjo game is if Toys for Bob is on it.
yeah.
But you know, we will see. But yeah, guys, that is the end of our topics for today. Almost a 2 hour. How long has it been going? Let me see here.
Too damn long.
36 minutes. Mike.
Was it?
Mike, I'm gonna make you shut
I
up.
gotta talk about Modern Warfare 3 because the DLC isn't in a pack like that unless I missed it, Matt.
You don't have to talk about that, Mike.
I do.
No, you don't. So
Hate you.
we're gonna get into outros. Mike, let them know where they can find you, bud.
Not with that fucking attitude, Matt.
Yeah,
Not with that
attitude.
attitude.
Get over it.
You can find me in hell. You can find. You can see me. No, I've been streaming over in the Game Drain. If anyone wants, over on this channel.
Over on the Game Drain. On the other Game Drain.
I hate you. I've been streaming there. That's all where I really am. And thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you, Twan?
You can find me here every Sunday, or at least the Sundays that we do the show. Also, I'm on Twitter at ismetwan, you know, and that's about it, honestly, at this point in time.
And
Ham.
your first video next week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow.
What about you?
You can find me on a lot of different places, apparently. You can find me here on Sundays. On Mondays, me and K Mega switch off on which channel? K Mega 405 or my channel on TSWS Gaming. That's where you can mainly find me, is on TSWS Gaming. But Matt recently, or just last week, started a show on his channel, the Two Player Podcast. Me and him, 11 o'clock Central, noon. Oh wait, no, 10 o'clock
Eastern.
Central, 10 o'clock Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. For that show. A lot of fun this week for my channel. Like I said, TSWS Gaming. I have Colt Eastwood coming on this Thursday, so that should be
that's
a pretty good
interesting. That's
time.
fancy.
Whoa.
Yeah, fancy.
Exclusive.
But yeah, I have him coming through.
That's fancy.
Should be a pretty good time. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. That's as much as I want to say, for the love of God.
Yeah, don't blame you.
All right. Well, yeah, as for myself, you can find me here on Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern. On my channel, Matt Likes Games, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There will be content 11 a.m. each of those days. On Wednesdays, like Ham said, it is now a podcast, 11 a.m. Eastern, the two-player podcast with me and Ham Solo. And with that, I think we can wrap the show up. But thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.